Okay, thank you. Got it. Buenos días. Bienvenidos a este evento por el derecho a la vivienda. Tenemos aquí equipo de interpretación. Si gustan escuchar todo lo que se esté diciendo en español, aquí con Lidia, abajo de ese árbol en una mesita.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Good afternoon. Say, fight, fight, fight. Housing is a human right. Fight, fight, fight. Housing is a human right. Si se puede. Let's get out there and march. We're going to go out there and speak up for our housing. So we're just going to keep shouting that housing is a human right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Fight, fight, fight. Housing is a human right. 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 Fight, fight, fight. Woo! Woo! Oh, that's right. Homes are for humans, not for profit. Homes are for humans, not for profit. Homes are for humans, not for
Homes are for people, not for profit.
There you go.
Homes for people, not for profit. Homes for people, not for profit. Raise it up back there, raise it up. We gotta make it loud and proud out here. Come on,
Get
man.
loud. Woo! If you've been assigned a speaker role, please come to the stage.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, we're going to have folks who have a role today that are speaking to come over to the stage. You're either with Right to the City, Popular Democracy has folks from Vocal Kentucky and Vocal New York, or you're with People's Action and you've been told you're going to speak today. Come on over to the stage and join us. Thanks.
Okay. When we fight, when we fight,
You can support.
oh, you want to chat? Okay.
When I say house, you say everyone house. 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 When I say house, you say everyone house. 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 When I say house, you say everyone house.
Everyone.
House.
Everyone.
House.
Everyone.
House.
Everyone.
House.
Everyone.
Whose economy? Our economy. Whose economy?
Our
I
economy.
said whose economy?
Our economy.
Whose economy?
Our economy.
Whose housing?
Our housing.
Whose housing?
Our housing.
Whose housing?
Our housing.
Whose housing?
Our housing.
When housing is under attack, what do we do? What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
I said, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When tenants' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When housing What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When democracy is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
We want housing. What do we want?
Housing.
When do we want it?
Now.
I said, when do we want?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Housing.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it, if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
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 if we don't get it,
Shut it
I
down.
said if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
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 what do we want?
Housing.
When do we want it?
Now.
I said, what do we want?
Housing.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Housing.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
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 if we don't get it.
Shut it down.
Thanks, everyone. How's everyone feeling? Can we get everybody coming in closer to the stage area? Come on in. We've got more folks joining us. If you are an MC, we're missing People's Action MC. Liz, can you come to the stage, or Sandra? It's okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to pass the mic over to my lovely MCs.
Hello, everyone. Hey. Good to see you on this nice, bright day out here fighting for our rights as Americans. We're going to go ahead and introduce Representative Rashida Tlaib, now in her third term. She is an advocate for raising the minimum wage, Medicare for all, immigration reform, civil rights, and housing justice. Not only does she sit on the Financial Services Committee, which oversees housing, she also created a neighborhood service center in her district where people can get help with student loan debt, immigration issues, and tenant advocacy issues. Representative Tlaib has also secured over $55 million in federal funding for 25 local community projects that directly benefit youth to provide affordable housing and much more. Not only is she from my home state of Michigan, she is from my hometown of Detroit. So let's raise the roof and get up in there. Yes, Detroit represent all day. Let's represent Representative Rashida Tlaib.
I like to remind people it is the most beautiful, blackest city in the country, where every corner is a reminder to all of you that transformative change in our country doesn't come from the institution behind us or the White House. It comes when we organize on the outside and make the institution move. So you all being out here is a blessing. It is making sure that people in my community that can't afford to come out here can't really push back against this, other than right in our backyard, and making sure that people know the truth about what these cuts mean to our families. You know, we know this is a crisis moment. We are facing a corrupt and lawless administration, and I really mean lawless. You know, when you're winning close to 95% of the cases that are going through litigation, and we're winning them because everything that they're doing, again, is unlawful, and judges of all different political spectrums are agreeing with us. But we know earlier this month, this lawless president released a budget. That's what he's calling it, which would slash HUD's rental assistant programs by 43%. That ain't right. That ain't right. But don't worry. Guess what they did increase? The Pentagon budget, the defense budget, by $6 billion. So they always have money for wars and bombs, but they never have money to take care of our residents and our families here. But for corporate greed, they will not be struggling as much as they are now. And I want to talk about this because you all know Section 8 housing vouchers and public housing programs that specifically serve many of our seasoned residents, people with disabilities, and even the discrimination that continues to happen with people living with HIV and AIDS. We know there's still very much a housing crisis in our country. All of this in the middle of this crisis, right? But I know last year homelessness increased by a record of 18%. And nearly 150,000 of them were children. Today, we know that an average renter pays over 30%. And behind these numbers, remember, are real people. Many of you are here. Yet again, this lawless president wants to gut the rental assistance programs. And for what? Why? For what? So that they can do not 1 million, not thousands, not billions, but $4 trillion cut, take tax giveaway, like cut for the rich, for the corporations. Now, $1 trillion, $4 trillion, four. That's why they're cutting this. It ain't got nothing to do with either whether they support a program or not. They're gonna take it from all of you, the public, and give it to their friends, the donors. That's exactly what they're doing. We know it's cruelty at its core. Literally taking from the most vulnerable, again, giving to those that have. You all know that we're hearing from our many homeless shelters that are going to be forced to close their doors. I met in my district alone an amazing organization that helps domestic violence survivors. In June and July, that's next month. Think about it, that's next month. They're going to have to give the notice to many of them that they won't have a home in a few months.
That is not right.
That ain't right.
At our very core of all of this is our democracy. The fact that our government's supposed to be for and by the people, right? And right now, they're allowing the billionaire class to take over, to cut programs that are so critical and important to all of you. But again, I think you all continue to not realize or maybe underestimate your power of being here. Transformative change comes from the outside and pushes the inside. I've seen it. I've seen them move because you all wouldn't stop marching. You wouldn't stop boycotting. You wouldn't start speaking truth. You wouldn't stop. Even at the local level, at the state level, I've seen them move because you all continue to speak this truth and continue to push them. So thank you for that. But I have to remind you all, there are going to be people around the country that can't be here with all of you in doing this. Make sure when you talk, when you visit, and when you push this institution to move and do what's right, bring them with you. You know, I think about, again, so many of the families that come to our different events and town halls and engagements, and they're all so incredibly scared. They don't get to see all of you and what you're doing. They don't get to come here. Make sure when you go back, you tell them what you did. Tell them there are people that are fighting on their behalf, that you guys are an extension of them. They may not have been able to physically come here, but all of you are here on their behalf. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And again, you know, one thing Detroit's always reminded me, they will always never do the right thing until we make them. And so continue to do that. Nothing will stop us for continue to push back. Never forget, it is the wealthy and the elites who are dependent on us. And there's a power in that. No, it's true. And we got to take that power. And I know it's going to be the economic power. It's going to be organizing workers. It's going to be organizing tenants. It's going to be organizing us and outworking the hate, but also outworking the corporate greed that continues to drive this institution. Thank you again. Continue to push back. Don't worry. This girl from Southwest Detroit's not going to back down. And I'll tell you right now, I don't think they realize the Southwest Detroit girl hasn't come out fully just yet. I told Congresswoman Ramirez knows I'm ready. I keep telling her, you ready? We're about to get arrested. We're about to go do some stuff. Because to me, resisting fascism, resisting this kind of cruelty has to be 24/7. You got to do everything we can. Everything we can. Because again, the only way is making this institution move is us organizing from the outside. So again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you on behalf of many of my families and residents at home that, again, cannot be here. You all are here for them. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Tlaib. Y'all give her a hand of applause. Thank you for standing with us today. All right, now, I would like to introduce Representative Ramirez, the daughter of working-class Guatemalan immigrants. Representative Delia Ramirez is an accomplished legislator, social service director, community leader, and coalition builder who has dedicated her life and career advocating for working families. Y'all gotta clap for that. Come on now. In just a few months, she introduced legislation with bipartisan support to help student veterans, is co-leading the Dream and Promise Act, and is introducing legislation that gives tenants the right to organize. She has proven that she is committed to housing justice. Y'all give her a round of applause.
Thank you, thank you. Help me give another big round of applause to the champion of justice who isn't just ready, she stays ready, Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib. Woo! So folks, for those of you that don't know me, housing work is what got me to Congress. As a little girl, I remember always chanting, what do we want? Affordable housing. And when do we want it? Now. What do we want? And when do we want it? Now. And so it meant that as a state legislator or working in other issues that are interconnected with housing, like education, like healthcare, like worker rights, I would go to rallies and they'd start saying, what do we want? And they were talking about education for all. And I would always say affordable housing. And they'd look at me, wrong rally. It is not the wrong rally. It is so instilled in me because we understand that when we're talking about education, when we're talking about our children, when we're talking about the ability to have quality of life, none of that matters if you don't have a roof over your head. Is that right? So today you are here in the Capitol. And you've been seeing, and you are interconnected with the fight to protect Medicaid, yes, and the fight to protect Social Security. But today we are saying that housing is a human right. And this Capitol, these members of Congress who have 3, 4 homes, these members of Congress who are controlled by a rich, greedy billionaire like Elon Musk, they must understand that you want a home too. You deserve a home too. You deserve quality, affordable housing too. And that we are not going anywhere until we see housing justice in this country. Because what we want right now, right here, is homes for all. Is that right? Homes for all. The idea that these billionaires, these corporate landlords, these investors are controlling the market and you have to work 3 full-time jobs to afford a 2-bedroom home, that is not right. That is despicable. That is unacceptable. And that is criminal. And most of them, like you just said, don't even pay taxes on those units. So here's what I want to say to you. President Trump just said something to the Republican caucus. They're still caucusing, I hear. Hey, so the Medicaid thing, don't really cut it the way we were going to cut it because, yeah, we're getting a lot of pressure on that. So here's what I want to say to you. You and I both know that the only way you change the circumstances in this country is organized money and organized people. And that requires organized power. So I want to challenge you today. I don't want my colleagues to think it is okay to slash HUD funding. I want them to understand that if they get to go to their little luxury quality housing unit here in DC and back home, that you deserve to have quality, affordable housing as well. That you deserve to be able to ensure that your family isn't paying 50, 60, 70% of your income towards housing. That we're not going anywhere until we make sure that Republicans and Democrats honor their constituents and protect HUD funding so we build more housing for all of us. So are you going anywhere? We're not going anywhere. We're going to make sure that from New York to Chicago to Minnesota to Michigan to Kentucky and the entire country, that people understand that we are ready to keep fighting. That we are fighting because we understand that there is no health care for all if we don't have housing for all. That we can't have good quality education if our kids have to be doubled up and tripled up. And let me tell you, as someone who ran a homeless shelter, let me tell you, as someone that has fought for affordable housing and secured $400 million in the state legislature in Illinois to make sure people didn't lose their housing during the pandemic, we are just getting started. We are just getting started. So what do we want? Housing. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Housing. When do we want it? Now. Let me just say it in Spanish for 10 seconds. A las chingonas que están aquí peleando para vivienda, las veo. Y aunque nos quieren dividir, even though they want to divide us or pit us against each other, not today, my friends, not today. Así que a trabajar para asegurarnos que la vivienda económica sea disponible para todos nosotros. Es mi compromiso como congresista y nuestro compromiso como organizadores. Así que a trabajar hasta que esa lucha se vuelva victoria. Housing for all, y'all. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Those are some absolute powerhouses. Give it up one more time for those absolute firecrackers. All right, now we're going to keep the powerhouses going. We've got Lucy from 1DC and Right to the City going to sing us a beautiful song and really get this party going.
I want you to repeat after me. We ain't gonna move.
We ain't gonna move.
No nos moverán.
No nos moverán.
We ain't gonna move. We ain't gonna move. We ain't gonna move.
We ain't gonna move.
When we hold together,
When we hold together,
we make ourselves strong. Together we stay here.
together we stay here,
Right where we belong.
right where we belong.
We ain't gonna move. We ain't gonna move. We ain't gonna move. We ain't gonna move. When we hold together, we make ourselves strong. Together we stay here, right where we belong. We ain't gonna move. We ain't gonna move. This city is where my children were born, but the landlord says children can't stay in my home. Somebody please tell me where children belong. We ain't gonna move. We ain't gonna move. Just a little faster. We ain't gonna move. We ain't gonna move. We ain't gonna move.
We ain't gonna move.
When we hold together, we make ourselves strong. Together we stay here, right where we belong. We ain't gonna move. We ain't gonna move. The landlord has troubles. The landlord has woes. Maintenance costs money. Everybody knows. He contributes so much money.
So much money
To the mayor's race. He can't fix fix up my place.
He can't fix up my place.
But I ain't gonna pay
But I ain't gonna pay
that rent increase.
that rent increase.
We ain't gonna move.
We ain't gonna move.
We ain't gonna move.
We ain't gonna move.
When we hold together, we make ourselves strong. Together we stay here, right where we belong. We ain't gonna move. We ain't gonna move. No! 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 No, no, smoberan, tum, tum, tum. No! No! No, no, smoberan como un árbol firme, firme junto al río. No nos moverán. No! No! No nos moverán. I can't hear you. No! No! No nos moverán como un árbol firme.
Firme. Firme. Firme. Firme.
No nos moverán. Gracias. Thank you.
All right. All right, everyone. Okay. Thank you, Lucy. Hi, my name is LaTanya Richard. I am coming to you from California with ACE. And my personal housing journey is my family has had to move twice this year. Twice. Once
That ain't
because
right.
that ain't right at all. Especially since we got approved for an excellent house, and I showed up in my wheelchair. That man was like, "No, baby, you got a different house." I was like, "We didn't approve for that house." We got to that new house. It was full of cat urine. It was full of dirt. It would have bugs. The tub looked like 12 different people took a bath in it and didn't wash it, and had the nerve to tell me that, "Oops, this is what you get." So when we moved out and got a different house with a different property manager, I went to the mayor and I said, we need a rental registry because there are too many people out here taking people's money and then just giving them trash like we are supposed to be grateful. And the mayor of Merced, Matthew Serrato, said, oh no, we don't like that. We will not be doing that. Why? Because they are his friends and so is code enforcement. So what we have to remember is that the first three words of the Constitution are we the people. We need to let these people know that we are more than willing to return them to being private citizens of these United States. Thank you, and I will introduce my comrade right here. There you go, sweetness.
Hey, fam, y'all give it up. Woo!
Introduce my phone. Okay. Okay, so I want to say thank you to Representative Ramirez for being here today and to Representative Rashida Tlaib. I would like now to introduce three incredible housing leaders from Vocal, New York and Vocal, Kentucky. Please welcome Reginald, Althea, and Christina to the stage. Let's make some noise.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let's try that one more time. Good afternoon. Thank you. Before I do anything, I want to acknowledge the ancestors upon whose shoulders I stand. They did what they did so that we can do what we're doing now. My name is Reginald Thomas Brown, and my pronouns are they and them. I'm the board chairperson for Vocal New York, and I am the People's Action National Training Team. I was evicted from my home of 12 years because I was required to pay 70% of my Social Security disability for rent. I am a person living with HIV, living with AIDS, and my housing was totally subsidized before I got SSD. After a month in a shelter, I lived in supportive housing for 8 years. The best part of supportive housing is that my rent was capped at the national level of 30%. This allowed me to save money and move into the permanent housing that I now have. Congress cannot cut the funding for supportive housing because my story reflects countless others of how supportive housing gave much needed support. I no longer need supportive housing, but I'm here fighting for those who will. Housing is a human right, and housing is a human right, and housing is health care, both of which are public goods, not commodities. The 1% cannot be the only people in America living in stable housing. Housing assistance must not be defunded to make billionaires more money. Our representatives must stand up for us, the people who represent them. Last year, Vocal US attended the rally in front of the Supreme Court for Grants Pass ruling. Right now, across this country, people with nowhere to live are being ticketed. This does not address the lack of housing. We at Vocal know exactly how to end homelessness. Give them a home. Period. Period. We, the people, must tell our stories to encourage each other to say no to starvation budget and yes to housing and health care for all. If you agree with me, make some motherfucking noise!
Yes. Hello, hello. People all over the states fighting for one thing, and we are united because there's power in numbers. Yes. My name is Althea Matthews. I'm a leader of the Homeless Union of Vocal New York. And it's a pleasure to be part of this event to speak with you today. I've been homeless for 3 years, and I'm blessed to have been housed for the last 2 years. But before I became part of the system, I was fighting for housing because it's just the right thing to do. But never thought I would be part of it. But I am, and I'm fighting for my life as well as the people's lives as well. Right now, this governor, this government, put it this way, okay? They demolishing a lot of our rights, and I'm part of that part that's going to affect my housing when the federal money is not going to be allocated, not just to New York, but all across the state. We are in jeopardy of being homeless. This is my great-grand, and I have custody of him, and I need to make sure that he is housed.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
We need to make sure that we fight these bullies because we are right. Right always win.
That's right.
And we just have to, what it says, vocal voices of community actors, of leaders. If we don't use our voice, we're not going to get nothing. You understand? We're not going to get anything. So I'm asking you, we have to continue fighting. We have over in New York City 155,000 children, and you know who's attached to those children? Adults. Adults. And so we have to continue. What you want to say? House the homeless?
House the homeless.
All right. Say it again. Say it again. Here, take the mic.
Say it again, baby.
What we gonna say it?
Say it, baby.
House the homeless. Okay. That's okay. It's okay. But he knows. He knows every time we come to a rally that what I'm fighting for. And so we saying health care, yes to health care, yes to housing. And that's one of the reasons I'm here, to fight and use my voice. There was just something I just need to say. One more thing before I leave. I don't know if my 3 minutes is up or not. I didn't write no script. I just spoke from my heart because I've been in this fight for so many years. And you get an inch, they take a yard, but we still in the fight to win. And it says here, this is just a scripture, I remain confident of this. I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. And we will pursue and we will persevere. Thank you. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Whoa, that was crazy. My name is Christina Folsom, and I am a leader of Vocal Kentucky. We are a grassroots organization that builds policy change around homelessness, mass imprisonment, HIV, AIDS, and the failed drug war. I have been deeply impacted by two of these campaigns. One that I hold dear to my heart that I am compassionate about is housing. Housing. I was homeless in Louisville, Kentucky for 9 years before I got my homeless voucher. I have been housed for a few years now. But I want to tell y'all, that transition was horrible. I didn't need to come from the streets to a fucking apartment, sorry, excuse my French, to an apartment and not know how to maintain an apartment. Within the first year of me having my housing, I was evicted twice. All due to having someone live with me, because out on the streets, we carry everybody with us. So I didn't know that I couldn't have anybody living with me. But anyhow, I want to go back to where I actually written. But it took me to get my housing. It took me to get my mental health. It took me to get off drugs by having housing. Okay, hold on. And so, anyways, I wanted to say this is I came here today to say I vote no for HUD housing voucher cuts. We do not have enough funding to house every single houseless person. Why in the hell are you cutting housing vouchers? That's right. To put more people out in the elements and back on the streets that I built myself out of? Hell no. Everybody, and I repeat, everybody deserves to have housing and a place to call their own home. I am fixing to give you guys some truth or facts. Do you guys want to hear? 2.3 million families rely on Section 8 to help afford housing. These families include low-income households, people with disabilities, and working families. That's right. Democrats and Republicans, Section 8 is one of the few ways to access stable housing. Without it, the gap between those who can afford housing and those who can't would likely widen worsening poverty and inequality. If cuts to Medicaid made millions of people, if cuts to Medicaid were made, millions of people would lose coverage. Medicaid is the largest source of health insurance coverage for behavioral health services for people like me. And the services like substance abuse treatment centers that I desperately needed. Medicaid cuts are enacted. States will lose this critical federal funding to the states or individuals. What is right? Housing for everyone. Housing for everyone. So sing for everyone. Sing for everyone. And let's tax the billionaires. Again, my name is Christina Folsom, and I am with Vocal Kentucky.
Can we give it up one more time for all the incredible speakers who came to talk with us from Vocal? All right, y'all gotta sit tight with me for a couple of minutes. We're gonna ground real quick on why you're here today. So what's up, DC? What's up to all 7 cities taking action with us today? Give yourselves a round of applause. I'm Lady T, a housing organizer with 1DC and a member of the Right to City Alliance. Let me be the first to say that this ain't just a rally, it's a reckoning. From rent control to social housing, the groups here are building the campaigns that we created, we lead, and we will win. We are excited to be here with this powerful coalition, and we are excited to announce the Right to the City Alliance is launching our Homes for All campaign today on this National Day of Action for Housing. Step it up. We are calling out greedy landlords, politicians pushing for HUD cuts, and the billionaires trying to steal everything that isn't nailed to the ground, and standing up for our rights, our homes, and our cities. We showed up at the Capitol for a reason, because from DC to Detroit, from Texas to Tennessee, we are done being displaced. Let's make that clear today. Let's make it loud, and let's move like our future depends on it, because it does. Now, y'all know that at Right to the City, we believe the experts are the people who live the fight every single day. That's right. Not the landlords, not the lobbyists. Us, the people who survived evictions, fought for repairs, organized neighborhoods, and demanded dignity. We are the movement. So it's my honor to introduce 3 unstoppable leaders from our national family who are building power from the ground up. Give your full love and energy and attention to our resident champions from 1DC, Baltimore Renters United, and the Inquilinos Unidos. Just to give y'all a quick intro, coming straight out of the heart of DC, this next leader is not just surviving, they're organizing. A tenant who knows what it means to fight for home, health, and cooperation. Make some noise for our very own from 1DC, Fred Ashley.
All right, what's up, my people? All right, I'm Fred Ashley with 1DC, Organizing Neighborhood Equity, and today, I'm speaking as a proud Washingtonian, a father, a fiance, and a freedom fighter who knows all too well what housing instability feels like. I was born in Mississippi, raised in California, and landed in DC in 1996 to chase a dream at Howard University. I realized after my second year that I had never spent 2 straight years in the same school, or at least not since the 2nd grade.
That ain't right.
My parents moved us at least once a year, 6 kids shuffling from apartment to apartment, because the rent kept going up and my parents' paychecks could never keep up. There are so many people like my parents across the country working overtime, juggling multiple jobs, and praying each paycheck beats the eviction notice. At the same time, corporate landlords sneak into Congress just down the street to shred tenant protections. This is not by accident. Yeah, it's not by accident. It's a rigged system that treats housing as a commodity, never as a human right. Here in DC, we suffer a double injustice. Sky-high rents, and a Congress that can veto our local laws. If outsiders can kill our rent control bills with the stroke of a pen, how do we defend HUD or expand our TOPA rights?
That's right. Talk about it.
Home rule is critical for affordable and equitable housing in DC. We know the solutions. Real rent control to stop profiteering, Social housing, homes that stay affordable forever, run by the people who live there. Full funding for HUD, because eviction notices should never be federal policy. All right, before I hand it back over to Lady T, we're gonna do a teamwork chant. It's called Better Together. All right, it's gonna require some teamwork, so you ready? All right, when I say better, y'all say together. Better? Together! Better? Together! All right, awesome, let's keep it going. The truth about get loud, let's go.
Gotta get loud.
All right, stop the HUD cuts and make housing better.
Together.
Pass real rent control and keep our neighbors better.
Together.
Build social housing and own our future better.
Together.
Protect DC home rule and govern better.
Together.
Stand across race and region to fight back better.
Together.
Let's march, organize, and bend this nation towards affordable and equitable housing for all, because we are better
Together.
Thank you.
My. Give it up for Fred. Next to the stage, our next leader is from Baltimore, a frontliner where tenants are building power block by block and fighting for rent justice with no apologies. Let's give a fierce welcome to Latrice Dowrich, the executive director of Baltimore Renters United.
Hey, my beautiful people, how we doing out here today? I say, how we doing out here today? My name is Latrice, born and raised in Baltimore. I'm with Baltimore Renters United, and we believe that housing is a human right. I'm honored and blessed to be here because every day we are seeing housing being treated as a commodity and a profit, and we are here to say enough is enough. Say it with me, enough is enough. Enough. We are also here in addition to our struggle because we work with tenants who are already struggling for the basic necessities such as food, medication, utilities, but then you all have the nerve to want to cut programs that will take care of our stability, making us instability.
Come on.
That will result in higher evictions, more people on the street, and we don't want that. Yeah. So I say that shame on you.
Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Shame on you for the high rent increases. Shame on you for pricing people out of their communities. Shame on you for seeing us as a quick profit. Shame on you.
Shame on you.
We organize to educate tenants on their rights. We organize because we are tired of being sick and tired.
Sick and tired.
My message today that I'm hoping to convey is that we don't have to keep taking this. I urge you to educate and empower yourself to stand up against housing injustice that are happening every day across the country. Our opposition doesn't want us organizing. Our opposition doesn't want us educated. They want us to sit here and take it, and we can no longer take it. For those who think you are alone, everyone here today can attest to that you are not alone. Like I always say, I don't care if you pay $1 in rent. Hell, I don't care if you pay 1 cent in rent. You don't deserve to live in unsafe conditions. You don't deserve to be retaliated against. You don't deserve to be threatened with evictions. But you do deserve stable home. You do deserve a stable community. You do deserve access to mental health. You do deserve access to medication. I urge you to learn more about social housing. I want you to learn more about rent control and the possibilities that when we build power together, that we lay out the foundation in the future for our housing. Thank you.
Y'all heard Latrice. And this crowd, y'all gotta be stepping it up. When we hit them boos hard, hit them yes loud. Come on, y'all. We gotta bring that energy. All right. Holding it down from Minneapolis. These organizers don't just knock on doors, they build collective power. Tenants standing together, fighting landlords and reshaping what home can really mean. Give it up for housing organizer Farhan Badel of Inquilinos Unidos. Woo!
Woo! I'm so excited to be part of this collective power. This is amazing. My name is Farhan Badel. I'm an organizer with Inquilinos Unidos por Justicia, United Renters for Justice, also known as IX. We organize renters in Minneapolis so we can fight for our rights as tenants and build tenant power. We fight for rent control, social housing, and housing for all. We are in solidarity with renters here in DC and all across the country. For 10 years, we've been organizing against corporate landlords and property management companies. We know corporate landlords only care about profit. They will never provide the housing our communities are fighting for. Here at IX, we talk about the cycle of housing, organizing. First, we organize. We fight against poor conditions and rent increases. Sometimes we win and the landlord meets our demands. But then the landlord retaliates.
That ain't right. That ain't right.
They pass the cost of repairs down to the renters, or they threaten with eviction. If that doesn't work for them, they sell the building. But when a new private landlord comes in, often they're from out of town, they cut their costs and they raise rent. Conditions worsen, and we're back to square one.
That ain't right. That ain't right.
We are never fighting against just one landlord. We're fighting the whole housing system. Tenants may win some material gains, but the structural conditions remain the same. Our solution, what we've been fighting for, social housing. Housing for people, not profit. This is locally owned, democratically controlled, and permanently affordable. At IX, we're not just dreaming it, we're doing it. 10 years ago, our members started fighting the most powerful landlord in Minneapolis. That's what I'm talking about. Through rent control, through rent strikes, an eviction defense, and a historic class action lawsuit in May 2020, the members forced the landlord to sell 5 of the buildings they call home. Today, May 20th, 2025, since we evicted the landlord, our members have purchased 4 of the 5 buildings and created a cooperatively run social housing. What does social housing look like to us? It looks like relationships of trust, collective governance, childcare transportation support, community gardens, accessible community clinic, and commitment to permanently affordable housing, living in dignity, treated with dignity and respect. At IX, we know another world is possible because we live in it.
Oh, I'm going to introduce you. Oh, sorry, really quick, sorry.
Now, we are super excited about our next speaker, who I am so proud to have as an ally in Congress. She hails from Pennsylvania and is a close ally of our member group, PA United. She is a fierce fighter for making sure everyone has good quality health care. for making sure we have smart solutions to climate change. And most important, she fights like hell to make sure there is house justice for all. She is a fighter. She is our fighter. Let's give it up for Congresswoman Summer Lee.
Thank you. I'm gonna say good afternoon because even though what's going on over there, we can still say good afternoon. It is so good to be here with you all, even in these circumstances. So I first wanted to say thank you. Thank you so much in the midst of everything that's going on for you all to show up here today, for you to stop whatever it is that you're doing in the midst of all of the hell that is being caused from my colleagues to come and share your stories, your voices, your power, all of that. It is meaningful, and I want you to know that we are grateful. People, some of us are grateful for the work, the advocacy, the activism, the organizing that you all are doing. And it's really important now more than ever. So I'm Summer Lee, and I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is my second term in Congress. And I just really quickly, just like housing for us. So for the last 2 years, or maybe even since I've been in office, we've been dealing with the housing crisis as we have all been dealing with, because we don't have to sugarcoat this. We are in a housing crisis all over this country, the wealthiest country on earth. Well, the way and what we've been dealing with over in Western Pennsylvania, my side of the country, we've been dealing with the housing crisis of private equity, where we have these private equity firms that they've bought up all of our housing. They're raising the rents, of course, but then they vanish whenever it's time for them to do any updates, any repairs. Anytime somebody complains, they see the conditions that they have our families living in, and they're just nowhere to be found. So we've been in Pittsburgh dealing with these slumlords, corporate slumlords, private slumlords, who are not responding to any maintenance requests. They are allowing pests, rodents, take over homes, right? Homes where people are raising their babies, where they're caring for their aging parents. We're in Western Pennsylvania, where we have some of the worst air quality in the nation. We're dealing already with asthma and debilitating, disabling pollution and occurrences. And now they have to worry about their houses doing the same thing, poisoning them. So all of this, of course, is while the administration is threatening to cut HUD, regional HUD offices. This is the last final failsafe that we have for the little bit of accountability that we might have been able to put on some of these people who have just been going, LLCs, hiding. The HUD offices and HUD is one of the final things that we have. It's one of the things that we have. In my district alone, 5,000 families rely on vouchers to keep a roof over their heads. That's 5,000 families. And now we're being told that lifeline, those very basic protections, are on the chopping block so that billionaires can get yet another tax break. So Trump and his Republican friends can pretend that they're balancing a budget or while they're evicting our people. So I just want to say something, right? Our communities are not budget fat. We're not waste. Housing is not optional. Housing is a human right. And everyone here knows that, and we all know that this system has been rigged from the very start. And we know that as these billionaires, they're not just sitting on their yachts and counting their money. They're using that money to buy politicians, my colleagues, so that they can continue to write rules that intentionally keep us out. They're bankrolling politicians who are going to continue to pass bills that cut SNAP, cut Medicaid, cut housing. But we don't have to play by their rules. And we don't have to let a handful of billionaires and Donald Trump and his friends decide that our families, our neighbors, our loved ones don't deserve to live in safe, stable homes. Right now, Republicans are pushing this reconciliation package that would slash HUD funding. It would gut rental assistance. It would rewrite rules so that even the few folks who qualify now would not. And while they're doing that, like we said, they're already trying to get Medicaid, SNAP, Social Security, Veterans Affairs, all of that. They're trying to do it all right now as we speak. So just really quickly, I don't think I need to ask you to picture it with me, but if you can picture your grandma having to choose between diabetes medicine and feeding herself that week. That's what I said. We don't even have to imagine it. We don't have to imagine choosing between the bills that are piling up on our tables and the roof that's over top of them. We know that these vouchers, we know that housing is saving lives. We know that it is the foundation for everything else in our society. For everything else in our society. So we're here right now, today, to say hell no. To say hell no. That we're not going to sit here and let them keep targeting our communities. We are not going to sit here quietly and let them get away with another highway robbery. We're not going to sit here and accept that they get the pie, they get the bakery, they get the land that it's on, and we get crumbs, and they don't even want us to have those crumbs. But we are not going to sit here and allow that quietly to happen, because let me know, if you think that is radical to believe that housing is a human right, then we need to talk about who you getting your definitions from, because it's radical to think that they can take food from babies' mouths. It's radical to think that they can let us live in substandard housing and then take that way too. It's radical to think that we can do tax breaks for billionaires who already have everything they need. So I'm here to stand with you. I don't care what the conditions are, the circumstances are. I'm honored to be here with you, honored to be in this fight with you. And I want to leave us with this, right? Even in dark times like this, where we know that our democracy is at risk, I always start in with this usually. The power of the people is always and still and yet is greater than the people in power, but only if we are willing to use it. So right now, I want you to say that you're willing to use your power, that you're willing to use your voice, that you're willing to organize your people, your money, your labor, that we're willing to stand up, that we're willing to go over there and shut stuff down, that we're willing to stand here and shut stuff down, because only when the people stand up will this stop. So our solidarity is our strongest weapon. Our solidarity is our protection and our coverage. So thank you for using it today, and thank you for allowing me to be with you. Thank you. There we go. I was saying, I don't even know how to do that.
Housing is a human right. Fight, fight, fight. Housing is a human right. Give it up again for Summer Lee. How do I match that passion? Hello, everyone. It is so great to be with you. My name is Liz Hoyos, member of Community Voices Heard Power, and a housing leader from East Harlem. We are proud affiliates of People's Action Institute, a network of 42 power-building organizations across 30 states. And we all know that the rent is too damn high. And what we need is a homes guarantee for all. La renta está muy alta. I am a born and raised New Yorker. I am the proud first-generation daughter of Mexican immigrants. And I am here to tell you that housing justice quickly seeps into community justice, that quickly seeps into immigration justice. Growing up, I quickly learned what it's like to be the product of the American dream, while living in a building that made it feel like a nightmare. Recently, the building I grew up in was bought by a tech bro slumlord. He ignored us for years. He refused to do repairs. He tried to deregulate our apartments. And he tried to raise our rent.
That ain't right.
But we fought back. We went on a rent strike for over a year. And guess what? Now we evicted him. But I am here today because I know these cuts will hurt my family and more specifically, my community. These cuts would embolden slumlords like ours, and I am not going to let that happen.
No way.
Are we going to let this happen?
No.
Are we going to let this happen?
No.
What do we need to do?
Fight.
We need to fight. Fight, fight, fight. Fight, fight, fight. Fight, fight, fight. Housing is a human right. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce Dolores Smith from Community Voices Heard Power, who will share how public housing cuts impact our homes and our families in New York and across the country.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We need power with our voices right now. I am a citizen of New York City, East Harlem, and I live in NYCHA now. Section 9 is at risk, just like HUD is. And I don't know if you know, but NYCHA is 50% in New York City from all over our country. In 1996, I was illegally evicted from an apartment in Washington Heights. I had a 6-year-old son, and I was working at Riverbank State Park. For 4 years, I was homeless, going through anxiety, all kind of depression, worrying about my son's education. But I stuck with it, and I lived from pillar to post for those 4 years, and I worked. And I went for mental health because I really was stressed out. I went for 2 treatments, and I couldn't afford it. $50 just to go and find out if your brain is working right because you're homeless? That ain't right. That ain't right. So in the process of this, I had myself on a NYCHA list, and I got called in 2000. Ever since 2000, it's been amazing. My son is a college graduate. Unfortunately, I'm not working anymore. I'm a breast cancer survivor, but I had housing to keep me alive. NYCHA and Section 9 and HUD is at risk being cut, just like our Medicaid and everything else. So in the process of this, we have to fight. We have to fight and keep our NYCHA in New York City and around the country. HUD and NYCHA is very important because without it, it would be billions of homeless people. Billions of homeless people, and it's ridiculous. So on that note, I just want everybody to know we have to vote and fight. Vote and fight. Vote and fight. Vote and fight. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Stand up, fight back. Housing is under attack. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. That was great. Let's give it up again for Dolores. Now, please help me welcome Janara Burks, member leader from Citizen Action of New York.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. What do we say? No what? What do we say? No what? So my name is Janara Burks. I am the president of Stapleton NYCHA Houses in Staten Island, New York. And I'm here today to say we cannot lose our housing. We cannot lose. We have too many homeless people out here. Let's trade places. I feel like the story of the super, where they had the super go into the apartment and live there so they can see what it's like. So, myself, I wound up in housing because I was a domestic violence victim. I am a victim, but I am also a survivor. So I will not stand for seeing someone lay on the ground. It's not right. The HUD, we need it. The cuts, we don't need. What do we say? No. What do we say? That's right, let's get it, y'all. Have a good day.
Wow, let's hear it for these amazing testimonials. Just a reminder for my folks who are staying overnight or live in the DC area, we are keeping up the energy tomorrow too to demand no cuts to Medicaid. There are 3 things happening tomorrow. The first thing is office visits. Next is a press conference with members of Congress at 11 a.m. at the House Triangle. And then in the afternoon, we'll be engaging in some direct actions to make sure our voices are heard. If you want to join us for role prep, meet us at 6 p.m. tonight at the Noma Hyatt Place Hotel. Otherwise, we'll be gathering tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. at the Lutheran Church of the Reformation. Want more info? Find one of us with a People's Action t-shirt. Thank you all.
Wow, what a great way to end today's rally! Woo! Are folks feeling pumped and ready to make our voices heard? Great! We have a few more things coming up today. First, we have delegations happening just after the rally. That means that you will join your group or organization, find your staff lead, and they will share where you are headed. After the delegation, please connect with your network group, Popular Democracy, People's Action, or Right to the City to figure out lunch and dinner before you leave and head back home for my folks on the buses.
Thank you. Thank you. I would like to thank everyone again for coming up and showing out. Because when we fight, we win. Okay. So I would now like to welcome my friends from NYCC and Fuerte to come to the stage and close us out with a wonderful song, The Rent is Too Damn High. Woo!
All the rent, all the rent, all the rent is too damn high. Come on, all the rent, all the rent, all the rent, all the rent is too damn high. Come on, all the rent, all the rent, all the rent is. It's not. Yeah, all the rent, all the rent, all the rent is too damn high. All the rent, all the rent, all the rent is. Come on, all the rent, all the rent, all the rent is too damn high.
Oh, the rent.
All the rent.
Oh, the rent.
All the rent.
Oh, the rent is too damn high. Oh, the rent.
All the rent.
Oh, the rent.
All the rent.
Oh, the rent is too damn high. Because of
Trump.
because of the orange man. Because the orange man too damn high.
Come on.
Oh, the rent.
Because of Trump.
Oh, the rent is too damn high. Because of. Yeah.
Say people over profit.
People over profit.
People over profit.
People over profit.
The people are watching.
People are watching.
The people are watching.
People are watching.
Say people over profit.
The people over party.
People over profit.
People over party.
Say I believe.
I believe.
I believe that we will win.
I believe we will win.
Say I believe.
I believe.
I believe that we will win.
I